well, how can I refuse? 'Cause you're the one that I choose. 'Cause all I wanted from you was for our love to pull through. There's nothing else I can do, but you're the one that I choose. That's all I wanted from you. A little more attitude. Oh, well, how can I refuse? 'Cause you're the one that I choose. 'Cause all I wanted from you was for our love to pull through. There's nothing else I can do, but you're the one that I choose.
Welcome to Rock Around the Clock. Google's Stadia news and gameplay live at the same time every day, Monday to Friday. Every day we check out the latest Stadia news across the internet live. I replaced it, I swear to God. How did that sneak back in? Oh, bless dear old Stadia. It's quite nice to have a little kind of, memorial to our dearly departed Google Stadia. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Yes, it's the good news show. It's good news all round, and we don't do nothing but good news. I'm not getting dragged off into my pseudo-politic religion kind of, historic stuff. No, not today. Today is good news day. We got some good news. Adam, it doesn't want to be left. I swear I changed it. I did. But here is some good news. Start with some good news. So if you remember, on Monday, it was like, I've deleted all my files. I've got rid of everything and I can't. What am I going to do? And then Jem said, hey, get in touch with support. What have you got to lose? I thought, Jem's got a point. I did. I got in touch with Google. And do you know what? Bless them. Within minutes, they'd resurrected my files. There is a God, and it's called Google. Yes, so I got them all back, which is great news. So that's why you can see over there, we've got the proper timestamp, and you would have had the proper intro. Oh, oy vey. But it's all good. It is. It's great news. It's great news. I was so pleased. Because, I would have recreated stuff. It's not a problem. And I've always found over the years, I don't know if you guys have found this, like the worst thing ever. You've spent hours, days working on something, or maybe a document or a graphic or a video, and somehow it's gone. I mean, you might have deleted it by accident like me, or your hard drive failed or something. And you're like, oh my God. But the one thing that I have always found is the second one, Mark II, is always better than the first one and quicker because, a lot of the process has taken place first time around, hasn't it? So when you go back to it, it's like, ha ha ha. Phoenix is having a walk in the sunshine. It does look nice out there, Phoenix, I have to say. And there's so many wonderful people in the chat today. Guys, it's an absolute pleasure to have so many of you. We have got Rouster. We've got my great friend Ray. We've got Reva the Beaver, who's saying, look, subscribe. I think that's what SB means, isn't it? To Rock for more great content. Bless you, my friend, and thank you. We've got Crow. Good to see you, Crow. Crystal is in the house. I did apologise to Crystal because I meant to watch her stream this afternoon, and she was streaming Sims 4, which is my youngest's favourite game of all time. She's always playing a bit of Sims with all the mods, and she's just a little girl at heart. She just loves creating new characters and dressing them up and, like dollies, I guess. So I missed it, dagnabbit, but I left a little comment and I saw you reply. Thank you, Crystal. Eddie, how are you, my good friend? I hope you're keeping well, brother. I hope you're doing okie dokie. With your left foot in and your left foot out and all that malarkey. Pedder! Hello, my dude. How are you, brother? How are things going in your world? I hope just a little bit better with this as we head in towards June. I know we've only just started May, but I discount May. I mean, we're off for most of it, aren't we? What with God bless you, governor, and all that stuff. But yes, it's good. Summer's come in, and I can feel it's going to be a hot one, guys. Make sure you got your magnums in the freezer. And I ain't talking Colt 45s here. Doragon! How are you, my friend? I hope you're well. I hope you're keeping well as well. That's young scamp, Rock. I can see he's in the chat, putting out naked Twitter pictures of himself. What's he all about, guys? Blimey. Neil! Yeah, my friend. Neil is lovely because after all the shows that we do, Neil always leaves a comment on YouTube, which is great. I mean, it's great because it's brilliant for the whole algorithm thing, but they're always really good comments as well. So thank you for that, Neil. I really appreciate you taking that time, my friend. Big Gaz Gamer. How are you, dude? How's your big Gazes and your games? Have you guys been? I mean, there was lots of, Redfall, and I've been loving it, Redfall. But I have to say, today has mostly been Animal Crossing. Actually, it's mostly been Disney Dreamlight Valley. I've got to be honest. I'm just addicted. I'm just addicted to doing tasks for folk in the valley and building houses and stuff. Who have I just got come over to the valley? Who have I got coming? Rat from Remy from Ratatouille. I got him finally because Crystal was like amused why I hadn't got him. But the thing is, I hadn't focused on going to the other realms and getting people to come, and now I'm doing that, you see. So I get more folk coming. But I love it. Phipps, hello, my friend, with his little parrot with his hat on. Isn't that lovely? Stadia resurrected. I know. It's embarrassing, actually. But thank you. Rockmouth, you know what I miss about Stadia? That 30-second backwards recording. What, the one where it went, yeah, definitely that one? I don't know what you're talking about. God probably says, hey Google, all day. He does. Hey Google, what's going on in Pakistan today? Okay Google, what's happening down in Bangladesh? Oh look, it's actually come up with some Pakistan results. Pakistan today. Oh, from Al Jazeera. Very interesting. Yes, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Google. I appreciate that. Interrupting. River the Beaver. How are you, my friend? Young Ryan, Nerds World. God, look at this fantastic audience. Thank you so much, everybody. So, we will only be talking good news today. We've got some good news. We have got some good news. Plus, we'll be doing the Wheel of Fortune. One more member gets to win. I've kind of decided they're facing New Zealand in the cricket today. Oh, that ain't going to be good news then, is it? Mind you, Pakistan are pretty good, aren't they, Dorrigan? I'm not much of a cricket aficionado, to be fair. So what you're saying is you love doing other people's chores. Yeah, it's true. Boy, do I have a game for you at my house. Oh, yeah, man. Extreme ironing. I know. But I think all those games tap into that innate desire to be busy and do things. I mean, I suppose that's an answer, isn't it, to people that are incarcerated at His Majesty's pleasure. Give them a load of Animal Crossing, switches with Animal Crossing and Dreamlight Valley on. That'll keep them busy. There'll be no skirmishes and cuts in the shower and all that stuff. No, they'll be too busy harvesting carrots. I can see it now. Peace down A wing. All you can hear is meep, 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 meep. Yes, hello. Ooh. It's going to happen. Well, it's a cracking idea. Big Gaz says, I'm okay, Rock. Thank you for asking. Subscribe to GeForce Now for 6 months. Yes. Oh, you're going to love it, my friend. Did you go priority? There's a big push on priority at the moment. I think basically they went all hell for leather to promote Ultimate, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But of course, it's a premium service, a little bit higher priced. And because of that, I think there was an element of people that forgot that there's something between free and ultimate. So they've been pushing it really hard. So it's a great time. If you haven't yet and you're thinking of subscribing, now's a great time. Because up until, I believe it's the 21st of May, you can get a 40% discount on priority for 6 months. Which may be what Big Gaz has done, and that's not to be sniffed at. 40%. I mean, it's almost half price, which is awesome. Roo, hiya, mate. Hi, Rock, listening in the car. Oh, brilliant stuff. Travelling home from... No, don't respond to this, mate. I can see from your lovely message this was hastily typed, so don't respond. I will assume that you're on your way home from work. You saw my thumbnail, jellies of that gym bod. Oh yeah, mate, if only. Do you know what? A few years ago, I used to work out, and it didn't get quite as good as that, but it wasn't bad. But the ravages of time, although my wife did say, ha, you'd love it, wouldn't you? I said, well, you know what? I reckon if I worked a solid year or two, I could get a body like that. Absolutely. Miss Phoenix is sending you, Rue, a Vulcan hand thing. What do you call that? I can do it on both hands, by the way. Can most people do that, or is that just a thing? You can do it with all the fingers as well. Oh, can you do this? Watch this. Ready? Now that, ladies and gentlemen, that takes some skill. You try doing that without holding it there. Yes. Oh, yes. 6-pack. The only 6-pack I've got, mate, is a 6-pack of Red Bull, and I haven't tucked into them for a while. Dorrigan got glasses for the first time this week. For long or short sight, I have very mild short... Hang on, which is the one where you can't see close up? But basically, the term means what you can see, doesn't it? So if you're long-sighted, it means that you see fine off into the distance. It's close-up that's a problem. If you're short-sighted, it means you see okay close-up, but distance is an issue. So I'm kind of tiny amount of long-sightedness. So I'm okay at about that, but that I need to whack on a very, very, very mild prescription. I don't put them on very often, to be honest, but I do. I think, hello, Zero Frequency. I think the biggest thing that contributed to the death, oh no, it's Good News Wednesday, Zero, was the lack of popular multiplayer FPS titles. Certainly for an element of a potential audience. I argued then, and I would argue again now, that most of the Google Stadia audience, and probably with their business model, their biggest potential audience were casual gamers, family gamers, not your Fortnite crowd. Having said all that, oh, what the heck. As you've started it, let's get over to the news. Hang on, Eddie says, my wife and daughter can bend just the tip of their fingers. I tell you what, it's flipping difficult. It's contortionism. I have one slightly long-sighted eye. Yes, I do as well, actually, Phoenix, and one close eye. Yeah, just ever so slightly. One cancels the other out. The brain is amazing how it kind of does this amazing, because you know, everybody knows this surely, that the light that enters your eyes is actually upside down. The same as if you put a lens and a piece of paper behind the lens and you look at the image on the paper, it's upside down, like in a camera. And your brain flips it around so that it's as we know it in the 3D physical world, which is amazing. It's just, the brain's amazing. Your brain's amazing, folks. Burn the witch. Which witch is which? Right, yes. So there's a bit of good news today. Well, depending where you come from. But as our good friend Zero just mentioned, Google and Fortnite. Let's go. You guys may have even have seen this, but let's get over to Simple Larry. Here it is. So, news broke this afternoon in my time, morning for you guys. Some of you may not be aware of this. Literally right now, you can play Fortnite on Amazon Luna. Woo! Now, this opens up a whole bunch of points worth discussing. First and foremost, I've been into Luna. It absolutely works now. You have to connect your Epic account, which you do within settings and link accounts. It pops up with a little QR code, scan it with your phone. Luna pops up on your phone. You type in your Epic Games login details and bingo. You have access to Gem. What's up, gamers? Good to see you. I'm going to put auto on for now because I'm reading but not always showing you. Great to see you, my friend. Well, Gem, I was just saying to the crowd, to the wonderful people at home, thanks to your suggestion of getting in touch with support at Google, all my files are back. It was a perfect start to the Happy Wednesday show. Yes, indeed. Interesting one. How smooth it plays. Well, so here's the thing. All you have to do is connect your account. Boom. However, two other things. You don't need an Amazon Luna account. No. But you do need an Amazon Prime account. So you have to have one or the other. Ergo, it's the only place that I'm aware of that you can't play Fortnite totally for free. Now that's interesting, because I always believed, without, by the way, any knowledge at all, pure supposition, I always wondered whether the reason GeForce Now maintained a free option when it is dire compared to Priority and Ultimate, I mean, it is just there, was because there was insistence by the free-to-play games developers like Epic, who are, as we all know, pretty much king of the roost, right? That they had to provide a route for gamers to play it for free. Not so, says Amazon, but then Amazon is, of course, a bigger dog than Epic Games, so it may well have had some weight to throw around, who knows? However, it is the case, most of us, of course, have a Prime. Some, not all of us, and probably not most of us. I shouldn't have said that. I think it's something ridiculous. I think it's in the billions, though, that have a Prime account, and they just put the price up as well. My wife was not happy, I have to say. What's this? 90 odd pounds to Amazon. What have you been buying? I was like, I haven't bought anything. Oh no, it's the Prime. Oh, it wasn't me, don't shoot me. Hey Vet, how are you, brother? Good to see you, my friend. We're just, by the way, Vet put me onto this afternoon, sent me the link in Twitter. I'm so thankful when you guys do this. Al Davis, who popped up earlier as well, from the man who writes the music. He's actually writing a new theme tune for Rock Around the Clock, by the way, guys. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's coming up in the near future. Tinker Vet. But yeah, Vet put me on. So, a couple of things. Firstly, fascinating, because this is definitely not the pathway that, I'd say this, it could have been, I suppose. It didn't look to be the path that Luna would take, but it is absolutely in line with what I've been saying for a little while now, that their model has to change, it has to evolve. I actually thought when, and you remember, guys, long-term watchers will remember back in the day, back before Luna came to Europe, and they dumped about 50 games. It's like, all gone. And I said at the time, I suspect it's to do with changing their business model and having to revoke and rework licenses. As it turned out, they then opened up in Europe, which probably meant the same thing. But I'm not so sure anymore. I think there is a model change. And this, of course, bodes really, really well for the Microsoft Activision deal. Because again, if you watch the Rokk Show yesterday, or any of the shows where we've mentioned this, Rock Players are on here as well, the only way I think CMA are going to give approval is if the IEMS at Activision can ensure access to those games on the curated library sites, which, you know, kind of look at it and you think, how the heck are you going to do that? Because they don't work that way. No one's going to be giving Halo or whatever away for free as part of a subscription. But of course, what it means is if they follow the Stadia route, and this is where we come back to our good friend Zero Frequency earlier, if they go down the bring your own game plus curated library, that opens it up. And I think we're going to start to see that model, particularly with Luna. Luna's in a place it can do this. It can change its model. It has the money, it has the clout, and it has the audience. It can turn around and say, right, here you go then. Here you go. If you buy a game on Amazon.com, and you'll be able to play it in the cloud. This is what PlayStation should be doing, by the way. But they are very much, at the moment, they're very much responsive rather than active to the market. They're reactive. They're looking at where the market's going, and then they're, doing what Apple does, really. See what's going down in the market, and then come in and do your own thing and destroy it for everybody else. It's kind of what their man Google did. So I think this is actually good news for the CMA deal, because although we're not seeing it yet, but by enabling enabling Fortnite on Amazon Luna, and this is The Verge who also cover it today, it has to be opening up, because what you basically do is you connect your Epic account. It's only a hop, skip and a jump before you connect your Steam account or your GOG account and have access to other games. And of course, Amazon have got the infrastructure to be able to provide a decent 1080 60 stream without needing to, Boosteroid would struggle going from a different model to this model because their servers would be nasty. June the 5th? What's June the 5th? What's June the 5th, my man? Are we talking Boosteroid? Hang on. When you do your 12-hour stream, I've got to go all the way back up again now. Jem is in the house. He is. It's a bit further than that. Yo, Rokk is vet. I wish I could pay a cheaper Prime where I only get free deliveries. I know what you're saying. Yeah, the whole thing of bundling in the TV and everything is overkill for a lot of folk, isn't it? I'm sure they used to do that. There is also, I've never done the maths, but I've noticed that a lot of channel retailers on there offer included postage, which makes the price not too dissimilar to what Amazon are pumping it out at. I mean, somebody ought to do a proper review of how much you actually save, because I think we might be surprised. It's not as much as we think. Tinker Vet, there you go, was May the 5th, I'm pretty sure. No, Vet says June the 5th, so it's a month away. He's putting it in the long grass so we all forget. Don't let him forget, ladies and gents. Oh, Jem, June the 5th is Jem's birthday. Oh, mate, happy birthday. All my girls' birthdays are in June. So yeah, it's always been a big old birthday month for us. May the 6th is Free Comic Book Day. Oh, tell us more, Nerds World. What's that all about? Can I get copies of 2000 AD for free? That was always my comic of choice. I think now it's like an ultra expensive special thing, but I used to go down to my local newsagents on a Friday after school, buy a packet of Quavers and a copy of 2000 AD with Judge Dredd. I loved it. I had issue 1 and I got the comic for years. And I had them all in a bag, a big old bin liner bag, right, up in the loft of my parents' house. It's true, this. And I went round many years after I left home and said, hey, Mum, you still got that bag of comics? That 2000 AD issue 1's worth a mint now. What bag of comics? Big black bin liner of... Oh, I thought it was old newspapers. I threw them all out. No, Mum, no! Oh, no! Oh, I had issue number 1 of Blake's 7. I had some old Star Trek comics. All gone. All gone. It's true. So, never mind. Never mind. You ain't got it, you ain't got it. Judge Dredd was awesome. Once, another side story, I think I was still at school. But I was like good at art, right? I was good at art. And this guy was advertising for someone to help him with artwork for comics. So I went and met this guy. Turns out he was one of the lead artists for 2000 AD. And he'd worked on some of the big stories. I was like, huh? I was like meeting a hero. You know, it's like that moment where you finally meet your... Anyway, I didn't get the job. But there you go. I know, Dorrigan. Hundreds of pounds. Hundreds. There's one thing that I really liked in this article from The Verge, who say, like, you can get it, you got to pay your $9.99 for Luna Plus or whatever. Regardless of how you feel about a subscription, they said, I like that it's becoming increasingly easy to compare cloud gaming services and see which might deliver reliable streaming to your house. You could try Amazon's, Microsoft's, Nvidia's, all in a single day on your phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, handheld, etc., and only have one trial subscription to cancel if it's not working out. All of these services have weaknesses, so it's a good idea to try them out before you buy. Well, that was quite a good point. Just know that the free tiers of these services are not totally representative of the paid experiences. I don't know why they do that. And we've talked about this so many times. I really don't understand Nvidia, because that's predominantly what we're talking about. I think most of these guys that give you a week free, it's the same service. But GeForce Now's free service is very much a cut price version of Priority, and it's a soulless, a painful experience. I'm absolutely convinced they have lost way more potential purchasers than if they just gave you a week or 2 weeks free of priority to try it out. And if you love it, it rolls on. If you don't, you cancel. Or it reverts to free, and then you get the dodgy free version after, and then you realise the difference. It's got to be the way forward, isn't it? I don't understand it. Anyway, so that's happening. Sean Hollister. Thank you, Sean. A little banana there. I mean, Fortnite's not my bag, but I do appreciate how many people's bags it is, and it is absolutely ooge. The free GFN is a literal stay there. No, go away. Honestly, Dorrigan, I've actually said this to them. I'm not just throwing this out here. I have literally behind closed doors said, what the are you guys doing? You are losing subscribers. I was told when I had this conversation, thank you very much, that actually helps us, said an individual, with an internal conversation that's going down. And it was shortly after that they started giving away the 3-day free passes for priority, which, by the way, just to remind you, I have 20. Nobody's asked me for any. I still have 20 if you want to give it a little go. But they stopped it. It kind of feels to me, again, like one of those Stadia situations where you probably have everything, all products handled by one marketing team, and they're used to doing cheap GPUs that are bilge because they think, because that's how it works with hardware, right? We saw it yesterday with the ROG Ally. Get the cheap version out, which is actually nobody wants it. Anybody who knows anything about handhelds ain't going to buy that cheap one. It's marketing. So you put a cheapy version in, but it's like when you go in to buy a car and it's got this window price, 18,000 or whatever. You think, I could just about afford that. And you go in and they go, yeah, it doesn't come with the USB sockets or the sat nav. In fact, the wheel. But, for an extra 4,000, you can have the traveller's pack that includes tyres. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? But I don't think it works with this. With GeForce Now, it doesn't work there. Because people are giving it a go, and it's so easy to say, yeah, try the next one. It's not like they've gone into a showroom and some very switched on sales guy has said, you can buy the free one, I can let you take it away right now, you'll love it, but look what you get for $9.99. Look at this, look, it shines, it's all lovely. They ain't getting that, are they? It's a dumb salesman. Ain't working. I just seen the rock on the beach. Dang, Rokk Show, you're shredded. Well, one tries. Zero says, I don't understand the hate for GeForce Now free tier. It's exactly the same. It's not, my friend. It isn't the same. Have you tried it? You must have done. You wouldn't have made that comment. It's actually a cut down version. They don't even use the same bandwidth. Everything is throttled. You go into a big old queue while you're waiting to get in that you don't get a priority. You can only game for, is it an hour? I don't think it's very long, and you get kicked out and got to go back in again. Hey, that's true, Jem. That's so true, my friend. Photoshop is my PE teacher. Well, you'd think it would do, wouldn't you, Cloudbusters? But if you try it and it's cack, and it's real pants, then it ain't going to happen. And think about it this way. Who are the people using the free tier for GeForce Now? Predominantly, they're the people that want to play free-to-play games, right? Because if you are a real diehard, I love my games, I want the best experience, you're not going to go for the free option. So you're probably getting it for Fortnite, which makes sense. Well, here you go. It's now available on Luna. And Mum and Dad have probably got a Prime account, so it's not going to cost you anything. You can play it in all the places. They're rolling out apps as we speak for all the TVs and all the Android devices and stuff. No, I think I absolutely believe that if you give somebody a taste of the best system for a couple of weeks or even 10 days, you've got more chance that they will pay then than if you give them the dog's dinner version and they go, you know what, I couldn't play on this. If this is what cloud gaming's all about, I'm not up for it. And don't forget, these guys as well, a lot of these guys have got Xboxes. So they've already got, if they're paying for a Game Pass, they've already got access to xCloud. And I think Fortnite is on xCloud, guys. Am I right in saying this? Oh, it has 20 million. And yes, what we don't know, they don't break it down as to how many free members, and neither do they break it down as to how many of those are active. That could be, for example, 10 million free users gave it a go and said no thanks. But it's okay because it's 10 million users, therefore we have had 20 million users in the period 22 to 23. I mean, like all these guys, they're not, a lot of information certainly came out with the CMA documents, which were interesting as far as Microsoft is concerned. xCloud predominantly, but of course GeForce Now don't have to declare anything. They're not in a situation like that. Yeah, Rokk, you are ripped, don't deny it. No, but you know what, I would say for a man of my my age, I ain't doing badly. I would say I'm fitter than the average 80-year-old. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I thought that was good news. I think it's good news ultimately because it's paving the way for Microsoft to be able to offer an option, which ultimately will then hop, skip and jump its way through to Blacknut and Utomic and so on. But for now, it's a great move for Luna, and certainly if for those guys that, again, is that other thing. You see, Amazon really publicize they really publicize Luna. I mean, Google kind of, what, Stadia? Do we have that? Is that a thing? But Amazon really do. So if you're on if you're just in Amazon buying your Chilblains cream, chances are you might see a link that says play Fortnite. You've got Amazon Prime, click here. Go on, crack on with it, my friend. On your phone, on your diddly-dee. If you've not considered cloud, here's an option for you. I can certainly think of a few folk that I know that have absolutely said no way, Jose, and couldn't even be bothered to sign up for free. But this is a route in for a lot of folk. The worst was when people tried contacting Google support and they didn't know what Stadia was. I know, mate, we've got so many horror stories, haven't we, Jem? So many. I mean, they even blacklisted my channel for the longest time. I had a dedicated Stadia-only channel for nearly 3 years, and I hardly ever tagged Stadia on Twitter, but they absolutely refused to acknowledge I existed. It's quite sad. But, you see that with Luna. Luna has its favourite content creators. A lot of these platforms have their favourite content creators for whatever reason. And that's just the way it goes. It's one of the reasons why I'm reluctant to throw my lot in behind. So a lot of the guys, a lot of my co-creators, and a lot of my co-GFN ambassadors, they do dedicated GeForce Now shows or dedicated Luna shows or dedicated PlayStation shows. And I've kind of I'm refusing to do that because this show, for me, is all about gaming. It's about, predominantly future tech gaming, cloud, next gen, all that stuff's what really excites me. Not the tribal stuff, not the, my library's got more games on than your library. I mean, that's, whatever. Doesn't interest me in the slightest. But what I do love, and I am indeed, you guys there that may be thinking I'm picking on GFN, I am a GeForce Now ambassador. They obviously thought that I would, and I promoted a lot. And like anything, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation, Luna, whatever it is, if I feel they're not doing something right, then I will air my views. And if they can turn around and say, well, mate, your views are totally wrong. We've got receipts. Do you know where that comes from, by the way? I found out the other day. The whole, I've got receipts. I didn't know this, and I don't know whether you guys do either. And I don't know why I didn't know it, but I didn't. It comes from an interview that Diane Saunders, who Americans will know, I forget what channel, was she CNN or MSNBC? She interviewed Whitney Houston when she was still around, so a few years back now. And she asked her, she said, Whitney, there are people out there that say that you have spent $750,000 on drugs. It may even have been 750 million. I forget now. It was a ridiculous amount. Let's say 750,000. Let's say $750,000 on drugs. And Whitney turned around and went, "What? I wish," she said, "show me the receipts. Show me the drug dealer's receipts." And that's where it comes from. Show me the receipts. So there you go. A little bit of learned. I only found out that the other day. I was listening to a podcast. Fascinating. I actually heard her say it as well. They played it back. "Show me the receipts," said Whitney about her drug problem. Bless her. Bless her. I loved a bit of Whitney. My cartridge tastes better than your discs. Yes. Jem has an amazing sense of taste. He can literally tell when the boss is coming in a fight purely by licking the cartridge on his Breath of the Wild. Amazing, isn't it? So there you go. Anyway, that's me bit of good news. Not that I'm a Fortnite player, not that I'm bigging up Amazon either, or Amazon Luna, but simply because I think it's going to widen the playing field. And I think the bring your own game, which is the model that GeForce Now and Boosteroid employ, I love the idea that there will be other options. Amazon was always the obvious one, weren't they? They were always, knowing how they work with Prime Video, wherein you can buy a video on Amazon, the retail site, and watch it on Amazon Prime, or you can rent it on Amazon Prime, or you can buy it on Amazon Prime. It was always an obvious route for them to take, that not only was there all this kind of free content that you can watch or play, but equally you can bring your own. They do say in their blog post, by the way, it said it in here. Did this guy say it? I read it somewhere. That you can, oh, here you go. I'm trying to work my head around this one. Luna added the ability for customers to take select games from their existing PC gaming libraries and play them on Luna for free last December. Are you aware of that? I'm not aware of that. Are you? Unless they're referring to the fact that you could play Ubisoft PC games on Luna, which it doesn't kind of say. But then they're saying, and then last month we expanded Luna, because don't forget, this is Amazon's blog, right? This is actually their blog. Last month where was it? Last month we expanded, and last month we expanded Luna beyond the United States into Canada, Germany, United Kingdom, making all of those great offers available to even more customers internationally. I'm not aware of being able to bring my PC game, but look at that, Jem's showing us the Boosteroid logo. Yeah, that's what I thought, Vet. That's all I could think it was the fact that you can play Ubisoft games. That's all I could think of as well. And then I thought to myself, or are they getting ahead of themselves? That's probably a bit too much of a grassy knoll, you know what I mean? But I think it's coming. I think that kind of a thing. Once that comes, it opens up the ability to play Xbox games. I mean, right now you can play Ubisoft games. So therefore, why would it be difficult to think that all of a sudden there's some kind of shared revenue deal where Microsoft gives them, 50 cents a month on every account to allow people to play Xbox games via Amazon Luna as well? Which in turn means the only way they can do it is to have a Game Pass Ultimate account, so subscription payments are made, and or buy those games. So, I can see that kind of a thing happening. I am learning in your ways, Sensei Jem. Imagine if they allow you to play all your purchased Epic games I know that. Well, this is the point you were making in our DMs earlier, my friend, wasn't it? The fact that you're connecting your Epic account as you also connect your Ubisoft account, it opens it up to that kind of a thing. And interestingly, I wonder if I can bring up my Luna account. I want to show you guys something. Yeah, here we go. Alrighty, so this is my account, and as you can see, Fortnite's being promoted, and just firing up the old library. No, not that one. Home. Continue playing. Here you go. Prime members play now, and there we have Fortnite. But this is the thing I wanted to show you. Let me see. I think it's under playlist. No, library or home. I will show you this. Okay. So if I go to my Ubisoft store, because this baffled me, and it says you're my Ubisoft games, right? I never bought Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. I do own Division. I've never bought Assassin's Creed Russia. I never bought Assassin's Creed Liberation. They work. I can fire these up. I never bought Immortals Phoenix Rising because I played it under my Ubisoft Plus account, as I think I did Far Cry 5. There's a few. Starlink. Do you know what I wondered? I wondered whether there was some kind of, not confusion, but you know, they did a whole thing around Stadia where you could get X amount, you know, they say, oh, if you've bought the games, you can play them over here and then da-da-da-da. I just wondered whether it was too difficult for them to detect whether you'd bought the game or whether it had been part of a Stadia Pro deal. Because I know we got these with Stadia Pro. I think we did. And I'm just wondering, you know, whether that's what happened. Did we get Immortals Rising with Stadia Pro? Then the rest of these are games that I need to you know, sign up for Ubisoft Plus again or buy or whatever. But this baffles me. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, I'm very happy. I have 22 Ubisoft games from Stadia that were added. Yeah, but did you buy them there, or were they part of the Stadia Pro thing? Do you know what I'm saying? Ubisoft was never on Stadia Pro lineup. Didn't they introduce some games to Stadia Pro, Rudigs? I mean, my memory is awful, so I will absolutely bow to your knowledge every time. Some of those Chronicle games were free from Twitch and Amazon drops. That's probably what it was, Gem. That's probably what it was then, because I would have had to have recorded with Ubisoft that I own them. That makes a lot of sense. A lot I never bought as well, says Rouster. Interesting. I think I bought most of them, although I think some were tied to the Ubisoft Plus subscription that just got added. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't have the receipts, so I don't know. I'm not absolutely sure. But any road up, I am still currently paying for Luna. And I haven't jumped in for a little while. I haven't jumped in, to be fair, since I got Resident Evil 4, because I wanted to play that, and that came on Xbox because it was part of my game rental thingy. But I will do, because I do want to finish Resident Evil 2, and they still throw in some half decent games. I actually put a little playlist together of games that I thought I would definitely want to try, like Smurfs Mission Vileaf. I'm up for that. Sonic's Colors, Skatebird's a great game. Bit of Mortal Shell. I actually own Garfield Kart, but you know, what the heck. There's a few games I thought, some of these I've played, and some of them I played, like Arcade Paradise on Stadia, but I never really progressed very much with it. So I thought it'd be quite cool to give that a go. The other thing I really love about Luna, I didn't mean to turn this into a big Luna promotion, by the way, but while we're here, is this whole couch thing. So you don't even, your buddy that you want to play, or girlfriend or whatever, that you want to play a Luna game with, they don't have to have a Luna account. You just send them a code, I'm not sure how it works. And then, so I think, yeah, you go, where'd you do it? Somewhere around here. I've seen how to do it, I just can't remember. But basically, yeah, you send your friend a code and they can play the game even if they don't own Luna. As long as one of you has an account, I think that's pretty cool, to be fair. I don't understand how they can provide so many PC games under Prime Gaming, but those games are not on Luna. Yeah, that's an interesting point as well, Adam, isn't it? I mean, a lot of this is licensing, of course. You know, and I like the music industry, I guess. You know, you're only going to grant someone a license, a limited license for example, a single radio station. You're not going to give them a license to play the latest Ed Sheeran album on, you know, a corporate video that you're putting together, as well as on your radio station. You get a license for one or the other and you pay accordingly. And I assume it's the same with Amazon. They've basically got licenses that, you know, for Prime. And I don't know how many people download those Prime games. I don't. I mean, I register them so that they're kind of in my, you know, they're in my library somewhere. But I don't like downloading games. This is why I love cloud. I really don't. I just much prefer to play in the cloud. It's so much easier. Yeah, exactly, Reva. It is like a friend's pass or share play that we used to have on Stadia. Absolutely. This is why I've said in the past, you know, Luna is apart from the fact you can't currently buy games. I'm absolutely convinced that's going to change soon, though. It's the closest thing out there, really, to Stadia. I can't remember how you do it, by the way. This is receive a code from your friend. Oh, I see. Ask them to go to Luna Amazon Couch. So you go off to here. Isn't that where we are? Oh, that's the same page. They come here without their account. They choose. I asked them to go. With Luna, you can play local co-op games with your friends, even if they aren't subscribed to Luna. Launch a game. Start a couch session, and share the code with your friends. All right. So hang on. Launch a game. Let's launch Tetris for what it's worth. When do you get the couch session? Oh, it'll be down the side. Shift tab. Here we go. Yeah, there you are. There it is. I love this. It's again a bit like Stadia. Little thing down the side with all your options. Start a Luna Couch session. That's going to grab a code, and then I would send that to my friend, who would go to that page, enter that code. Bingo, they're in. How cool is that? I don't want to play. I don't want to play Tetris. This is really difficult. Have you had a crack at this game? It's like international leaderboards, right? And I think you have to play it. There's all sorts of Tetris type games, and there's some really, really tough ones. Even the simple ones are not easy. Oh, end user. Zip down there. Yeah, nobody reads those. So you go into, let's go to multiplayer. I'm not going to play it, by the way. But, you know, this is the great thing, isn't it, about cloud gaming. It's not interfering at all with the PC. John does it a lot, works mostly fine. So does he have the occasional issue then? It is crowd play, Jem. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Reva was never on Stadia. Now, well, you weren't on your own, buddy. It was a very elite crew that were, though. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing this. Let's get out. Let's get the heck out. But it's a good little game, and that's the point. You can play it with your mates and your family and your significant other and all that malarkey. Or your inmates on the A-wing. Which, you know, it's going to come. I reckon soon they're all going to have Asus ROG allies on A-wing. HM Parkhurst, and to keep them sedated. You don't need to give them any kind of drugs, no medication. Give them a little Asus ROG and access to Luna or GeForce Now on one of them little puppies, cloud gaming, and they can couch play with people at home and stuff, can't they? It's a bit like conjugal rights for gaming. I reckon that would work. Gizmo Duck, how are you? Hello, Cloud Players. How are you, my friend? Hope you're keeping well today. Fun fact, Tetris has been around since 85. I thought it was older than that, but I suppose when you think about it. Has anybody watched that Tetris? Is it? I think it's a drama. I haven't seen it. It's either on one of them, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, Disney, whatever. It's on one of them. Looks quite good. I did see one on Netflix for the guy that created Spotify. That was quite interesting. Anthony, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, dude. We were just discussing the fact that Fortnite has become available for Amazon Luna, which is a complete diversion for them. Well, semi, considering Ubisoft was there. Where are we? What is the time? My clock is just showing me the temperature, which, by the way, in here is 23 degrees. I'm melting. 5:53. Alrighty. I reckon it's time. I reckon we should go and do the old Wheel of Fortune. What say you, my friends? Should we do this? So this one's members only. This Friday is the day when it opens up to subscribers. However, I'm not 100% sure I can do a show on Friday. I may have to go and pick up my daughter, so I might be taxi driving. But I might also do a live rock around the block. I haven't made my mind up yet. We'll have to see. Oh, nice. I like Fortnite. Great for adults and kids alike. Not many games where adults and younger kids can play. That's so true. That's so true. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, Ant, then you can literally go to Amazon Luna with your Amazon Prime account and play Fortnite. You don't need to pay them for any additional service. So completely free on pretty much anywhere. They're rolling Android apps out at the moment. I think it's already in place on Samsung TVs, the latest ones. It's coming to, if it isn't there already, LG TVs this month. And it should arrive for things like Google Chromecast for TV or Chromecast for Google TV, whatever it's called, Shield, Fire Sticks and so on as well this month, I reckon. Let's do a wheelie. You really want to do that? Wheelie. Let's get over to the Wheelie of Fortune. Here we go. Right. This music just makes me go. Now, do you know what? I updated all my stuff. Why is it reverted? I'm upset. I think I know why, but you don't need to know. I just keep mucking about with things. That's my problem. Righty-hoey. Let's start with the entente, the members. We'll see who's... Yeah, just wanted to make sure I didn't get the games up here. I've made the wheels bigger and slightly sharper for you. I know a lot of you watch on your mobile devices anyway, which is totally impossible to see what those tiny little words are saying. But if you're watching it on a bigger screen, it should make it a little easier for you now. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel. We'll find out who's going to win today. Oh, yes. Dibby, 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 dibby. The winner today of a yet-to-be-decided game as it continues on its merry spin and makes its way past Charlie Mouse, recently won the Xbox Jedi Survivor. It's still going. It's going past Levi. It's almost on Gem, and it's going over the other side of Gem. Oh, mate. It's just Joe. Spectrum. Don't stop on Michael, because I can't ever get hold of him. No. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, it's all right. Bless him. I'm going to have to try and find all these people. I have said, guys, and I'll say it again, don't wait for me, Argentina. If you don't hear from me, assume I wasn't able to get hold of you, and get hold of me on Discord or Twitter. and then I can make sure you get properly prized up, particularly as I've now got my codes back. Woohoo! He's got his codes back. Right, let's see what Michael has won. Let's pray. Yes, it worked. Oh, it's like Animal Crossing. Harvest your carrots. Dig up a fossil. Where are we going to stop? Who would know? Here we go. I am fish. No, Ryan's Rescue Squad was won the other day, but he didn't claim it, I don't think. Or did he? I think he might, actually. Okay, Michael gets Riptide. Woohoo! Make a little note, just in case. Awesome stuff. There you go, Michael. It's hidden by the wheel, but it's tied. It's all good is what it is. Let me close that one down. Brilliant stuff. Right. Well, while I'm here, let me just remedy this issue. Probably the way to remedy it. I mean, I could move that one over a bit. There we go. That'll do it. And then maybe move that one over a bit as well. Hey, there we go. Oh, yeah. That is so good. Well, there you go. Michael has won. And how do you go searching for a Michael? This is the thing. It's like, it could be anybody. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I'll find. Don't worry. I'll find you, my friend. I will. Let's go with that one. There we go. I got my filter back. I'm blending in now. It was worrying me. I was just getting a little bit nervous. Hey, we're back. Hey, we're back. So there you go. Thank you very much. That's Wednesday. That's Happy Wednesday. The day I got my files back and Fortnite came to Luna, which, you know, in and of itself, Jem says they is going to be Michael for today. What a cracking idea, Jem. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'm going to give Michael a couple of days to get in touch. And then, I'll tell you what I'll do. I hadn't thought of this before, and it makes sense. I put a little message out on YouTube, because at the moment it's members, right? So I put a little message out and say, Michael, to everybody, Michael, you won. You won a game. It could be the best game you've ever owned. And then it's like Spartacus. I'm Michael. I'm Michael. No, I'm Michael. And then he gets an opportunity, gets a proper message from the membership hub. And look, Miss Phoenix has found a photo of Michael. What's going on? It's almost as good as Ray's teddy bear meme. My brother's middle name is Michael. I should call him. That's brilliant. That is so funny. Damn it, Michael. This is brilliant. I'm going to do a little message out to the members in a minute. I'm going to say, members, if your name is Michael, you might have won a prize. I don't know. There's probably 30 Michaels. It's not exactly an exotic name, is it? Let's be frank. Or Michael. Oh dear, what a high to leave on. Thank you so much, you wonderful folk. I wonder if my onions have grown in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Look, Reva's got a cousin called Michael. Yeah, I've got a couple of cousins called Michael. I don't think any of them are members, though. I wouldn't want them to be honest. I haven't spoken to them since Brexit. We diverged paths in 2016. Never to be drawn together again. Ain't gonna happen. Right, what day is it tomorrow? Thursday. Cloud Gaming Thursday tomorrow. We'll have the GFN news. Some interesting games, by the way, coming to GeForce now. You'll have to tune in tomorrow to see what they are. I was quite chuffed. What else we got? We got the Epic Games coming tomorrow as well. We could talk a bit more about this Amazon Luna Fortnite thing. See if anybody else is speculating on where it could go. And no doubt we'll have some Boosteroid, some Utomic, some other services, xCloud, PlayStation. There's always something going on in the cloud. Do you know what? Maybe we should do Next Gen Monday and Cloud Gaming Thursday to balance it up. You know, just get the balance right. Because at the moment, Monday's it's a bit of a spare part, to be honest. Now we've got Happy Wednesday. Monday's just kind of like kicking around after the weekend in the dust, you know, the old empty can of Red Bull, just kicking it about and getting shouted at by Mr. Rogers, who's trying to watch Countdown, and all he can hear is this can kicking about in the yard. That's what it is. That's Monday. That's what the Monday show is. It's a Red Bull can in the yard. So maybe we'll go with Next Gen Monday, and we'll have a look at what's going on in the wonderful wide world of not just next gen consoles, but upper end games. We'll have a look at some. Check out my final word. Check out Enfant Terrible, Infant Terrible. They interesting dudes. I've mentioned them to you before. They started, and I don't think there's many of them, by the way. They started their infamy on YouTube. Infamy! By basically recreating games like Red Dead Redemption as a trailer, as if it had been made for next gen with Unreal 5. Right? And they look amazing. You'll check them out. What's now happened is they've started to be commissioned by actual game studios to create these most amazing kind of one-off videos, like not so much trailer, because I bet you bottom dollar the games ain't gonna look nothing like what they're doing, but they are creating. They've just done one with Neil, what's his name, Blomkamp, whatever his name is, for a game coming out called Off the Grid. Google it. It's stunning. It's a mini kind of 5-minute epic TV show about this guy who is like, he's all robot apart from his head. It looks really cool. But we'll have a look at things like that on Next Gen Monday. You know, AI. We can look at AI. We can look at how that's affecting the gaming industry. There's lots of that going on. Should we do that, guys? I've kind of sold it to myself. But if you all go, nah, then I might have to rethink the concept. But I like the idea of that. Miss Phoenix works with a Michael. Might be the winner, Phoenix. Might be worth having a word. Same here. Oh dear. Dreamlight Saturday. Oh, Crystal, are you doing Dreamlight Saturday or am I doing Dreamlight Saturday? Oh, look, Crystal's got a new little avatar. Oh, it's waving at us, guys. Saturday's a difficult one for me. I kind of do, I do the gaming stuff on a weekend, but it's a bit ad hoc, and I would be nervous about committing to a set time, especially as this time next week I'm going to be somewhere over the Atlantic. And it's going to be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually really looking forward to trying to stream as well. It's going to be very late for UK guys, though. It's going to be like 2 a.m. I think. I haven't quite made my mind up yet, but awesome show as always. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that, my friend. Ant says GDDR7 is on the way for GPUs. Might be worth a look in terms of next gen. Sounds good, my friend. Absolutely. We'll have a look at all that kind of stuff. Yes, definitely. Mondays are going to be next gen. That's it. Next gen Mondays. But I've got to come up with an iteration that's got an M in it. Next gen. Maybe not. Together. Oh, bless you, Crystal. We'll try and do one a month for sure, because I enjoyed last Saturday. But I might struggle with family commitments to do them every week in the afternoon at 5. But yeah, definitely. Right, you lovely folk. I'm going to get the heck out of here. I have salmon waiting for me. Pan-fried salmon with veg and a mushroom sauce. Oh, yes. So that's what I've got to go and eat. Next gen. Yeah, it works, mate. Think about it. Go on, get out of here. I'll catch you tomorrow. I think. Hang on. There it is. Ah, yes. Take care. Rock out.